In this video, we are comparing cells of the three domains of life. Living organisms, remember, are prokaryotes, which include our bacteria and archaeans, so those are two domains, and then our third domain, which is eukarya. Our prokaryotes are the most ancient forms of life. Again, they are small, they're simple, they lack a nucleus, and they do not have membrane-bound organelles. Bacteria and archaea are two, again, domains of prokaryotes. We talked about scanning electron microscopes in a previous video. That's what these are. That's why it says false color. Remember, the images are black and white, and they only show the surface, so electrons are bouncing off in order to make this image. But you can see still very small, very simple. On the left, we see some bacteria, typical rod structure of bacteria. There are lots of different shapes of bacteria, but this is one of the common ones. And then on the right, we're seeing an archaean. Remember, these tend to be our extremophiles. They might use chemosynthesis as an alternative to photosynthesis. Eukaryotic cells came along much later in the picture of life on Earth, billions of years, in fact, after the prokaryotic organisms first came about. They are much larger. They are much more complex. So remember, they'll have a nucleus. They have a lot of organelles inside of them that carry on different tasks. Part of the problem with being larger is it's more complex to keep you alive. So there's lots of different things going on inside a eukaryotic cell. Examples are, of course, our protists, our fungi, our plants, and our animals, and we've talked about those in previous videos. Here we're looking at transmission electron microscope images, again, black and white, but these have been computer colorized. And this allows us, remember, the transmission electron microscope is passing electrons through the cell, and the transmission that comes back tells the computer how to create this image. And here it's been colorized for even additional ease of looking at it. So this is actually pretty cool. We're seeing a plant cell here on the right, and we're seeing an animal cell on the left, and we can see a lot of the actual organelles inside the cell. So in summarizing everything, bacteria, archaea, and eukarya, we have some features in common. The feature in common is the cell membrane. They also have genetic material, but remember that the genetic material is unstructured in bacteria and archaea, where in eukaryotes, it is going to be the structured DNA. The nucleus is only found in eukaryotic cells, so that's only one domain, and then each domain has sort of unique characteristics. So in terms of the cell type, the eukaryotes have a nucleus, bacteria and archaeans do not. Membrane-bound organelles, again, eukarya, yes. Bacteria and archaeans, no. In terms of membrane chemistry, eukaryotes and bacteria actually have more in common in that they both have a fatty acid membrane, but archaeans have a non-fatty acid, so they're non-fatty acid lipids, which is kind of interesting. So it's slightly different, but probably because of the extreme lives that most of our archaeans live.